it does. Oh, hey, you don't do that. We need. Oh my. Oh, crowd control. Crowd control. Welcome, friends. So a few weeks back, I made this pretty interesting melee base, the WWF Melee Base, which I thought was really interesting because I like to have melee builds where you really have to get up close and personal with the zombies during the Blood Moon Hordes. And it works actually pretty well, even though it's really basic. It's just have some slopes here, it's got some poles, and that's about it. Well, some bars there just in case they break through, which they actually never did. And I thought it was cool. It probably doesn't work as well later game, or if you're being multiple players. I know there was someone who made a video testing this out against a high level horde with multiple players and stuff like that, and of course it doesn't work out because it's not designed for that. It's designed for one player having just a regular amount of zombies. So I was thinking that, hey, okay, fine, so if it doesn't work with many players, then how do you fix it so that it actually will work with a lot of players and having a lot of zombies? So today I'm going to rebuild it. I'm going to make it, give it a little bit of an upgrade, and let me see how I can make it stand up against, let's say, about 32 zombies at a reasonable game stage, because that's where this one would definitely not fail, because they would just be swarming over and inside, and of course that will just get you killed. So we're going to get started here, and we're going to do something we're going to make it similar. Otherwise, what's the point? So let's see. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we assume that the base in the middle is 7, I think that should be probably... Here we go. Go away. 7. I think that's a good size. At least then if you're multiple players, you should be able to handle that without much problems. And we are also going to avoid one of the sides. We're not going to use one of the sides because that allows us to sort of stand here and keep an eye on the left and right as well without having to turn around, which can be a little bit disorienting, I noticed, when you're playing, because where are they coming from? Where are they coming from? Because you have 4 sides and they all look the same. So we're going to basically just do something like this. We don't necessarily want to have it much higher. Maybe a little bit higher. I think that should work. I also wanted to make sure that there was a few, I want to say problems. There are a few weaknesses in it. When you were standing up here and you're bashing, they tended to be a little bit low because they were sort of coming up here and then they could sort of be hidden behind there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can sort of give myself a platform. Question is, does that give me enough space? It should be. That should give me a proper amount of space, and because that allows me to do something a little bit interesting in the middle here by having a slightly bigger space. So you can have, let's say 3 players, maybe 4 players should be okay. If you want to bump it up to a lot more players, then this design doesn't work really well because you get in each other's ways. Let me just build up a little bit. Of course, we are going to have the iron bars, or actually these are concrete bars, just in the middle, just if in case they break through, then at least you can shoot down and kill them. Otherwise, they'll just be mining underneath. We are going to make it slightly different in the sense that we are going to give ourselves a little bit of space to have like that to do so. So we're going to allow them to actually come up here, just to avoid the issue where you actually couldn't bash them as effectively because they were sort of hidden behind the bars because they were too low. And by doing something like this, that should probably be something we can avoid. That's pretty good. And then, of course, we're going to put in the bars here. And this is one of the reasons I really love... No, it does not have. I really love having... Ooh, that. I really love having these shapes because now we have these 3-way... I guess it looks like signpost pillars. Or poles, rather. And those are really useful. So I'm gonna fill that up for all of these here. Okay, so we have this done. We're also going to we are going to actually put in bars on top as well. One of the problems otherwise I risk having is that you risk having the birds coming in, and come to think of it, we might actually want to put plates. Get a couple of plates here. Right, astute observers might have realized that I actually messed up, because as I said I'm going to have one side just straight, and actually that allows us to put ladders here so we can get up and in, and we can have a doorway, which is pretty good, and this one needs to be removed. I also use these plates here, the ones that are on two sides, which is actually pretty convenient because that allows me to get a little bit of protection even from the side here, and a way in and out, and then I've sort of filled out and I have bars on top so that I actually can. I think that's alright. That gives me, if I want to back up, I can do that and sort of avoid any vultures that might be coming in. And now we have the bit of the not the challenge, because that one is on the sides, but I'm going to put in these, and let's see if I can get that done. These are the pretty straightforward. These are the wedge 60 and the wedge 60 tip that you basically worked really well as slippery slopes before. Now they sort of work. Not as effective as before. They do slow down the zombies a little bit because they sort of get stuck a little bit and trying to jump up. Let's do something like this, and then like this, and that one was of course incorrect. Like this, and then we probably do, but yeah, like that. Not gonna fill it all out, not needed. Hopefully they don't break through anyway. Allows me to have something to connect it to. Then we put this one, and it's, you see it's slightly higher. I think it's like one block higher than the other one was. Up here just in case. There could be crawlers and stuff like that, and they behave a little bit oddly at times. Pick up that. So now you have something like this, and it looks really steep, but they actually can climb up there. So let me just complete that around as well. We now come to the corners. Corners are always painful. The ones that I found out to work is the wedge 60 slope corner 1, 2, 3, and is that the same? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I guess it's 1, 2, 3. So you start with that one here, then you put this one here, and then you something backing as well. I think you basically, oh, that's incorrect. This one, yes, and you put this, and then you basically repeat on the side here. Actually, I don't need that one here. We're gonna put in, see here, we have this one. Yes, this one. Okay, so we, oh, well, actually there was one missing. I'm gonna have to find that as well, like so, like so, like so, and then like so, and it was that one that is missing. See if I can find that as well. It's the one that is right in the middle, I believe. I think it's this one. A copy block. Yes. They're a little bit painful to find when you're doing it, and I did that obviously in creative, and that allows you to get this. And of course I missed out here. Do that. Copy the rotation. Like so. That one was correct as well. Also have to destroy that. So, okay. Nice, this is what I wanted. Okay, I'm going to do that on this side as well. Done on both sides. We're now going to put in the ladder here. And as usual, we're going to see if we're going to put it on, let's see, not the first, not the second. We're going to put there. Normally allows you to jump up. That, and then we're going to put in a door. Nice. That. Climb up first. That way. People always highlight that, hey, you have no way into your place. It's like, it's crappy base, you can't get in. And because I usually don't worry about it because it's so easy to do normally. There's so many ways to do that. But this works, I think, pretty okay. Let me just paint up the last of it because we need a little bit of more paint. And it's now done. You can see it's reminiscent of the previous one. This obviously bigger. It looks like it has gone through a little bit of design change, which of course it did. It looks bigger, looks better, looks stronger, looks more massive. You can see the left one, which you should be able to get up on probably day 7. You could do that probably even in wood. If nothing else, then cobblestone should be fine. This one, of course, will take a little bit of extra because you want to make sure you have concrete, maybe even some steel, at least for the maybe the poles and everything like that. But otherwise, you know, its design is really simple. It doesn't use anything other than the zombies taking a little bit of time to run in and get up here. Something like this, because they have to run in here and then they slowly make their way up or jump up, and by then you hopefully, when they reach up, hopefully you can have enough time to just bash them in the face. So we're gonna just try out a little bit here if I can get into my own base. Always make sure you have you know, a couple of weapons with you just in case you need some way to we don't have any lights. Shotgun ammo there. Let's reload that. It's not even an upgrade to shotgun. I do have this one, of course, to be reloading, and we're gonna do that. Let's bring in some party girls here. Party girls, let's see, 25, maybe a little bit too much, but all right, come up here. Let's see what happens here. You see there, it takes them a little bit of effort to get up, and then they, oh, that's, I wonder if that's going to be an issue. You notice that it took them a little bit of effort to get up, and they were actually bashing on the side there. That's going to be interesting. That didn't really happen very much, you know, last time, and maybe because this one is taller, so you have more issue with that. That potentially, oh, maybe because it's a little bit, oh, okay. Oh, the door is open. Oh, no, the door wasn't open. Huh. Could it be because, that's a good question. Why was that happening? And of course, you don't want to have that happen. If you look at the damage, you're already seeing quite a lot of damage around here as they're trying to bash things. And it's like, ugh. Is it too difficult to get up? Let me change this out to ramps, and then we'll see if that actually makes any difference. More accessible. Get rid of her as well. And then let's put in another. Let's not do, let's do like that. Okay, ladies. Okay, so that. Okay, this one seems to work better. Whoa. Oh, I knocked you down and you fell inside. Ah, interesting. Oh, you can loot. Nice. Oh, they do get stuck a little bit. I wonder if she's in that unreachable above. Huh. And now suddenly she decides that wants to. Now this is. Here she is. Unreachable above, even though actually I am reachable, but she doesn't really want to. Let's give them one easier path up then. So we have that. Oh, oh, there. You're not supposed to be there. That was peculiar. Okay, if we do that, then at least they do have a way up. Still there? And I shouldn't be unreachable. Are you still? No, you did. Try that again. See, the AI is sometimes a little bit of a challenge. Now then. Okay. Okay, so they do have a way up now. We are going to let me summon in 25 then, just to see how that looks. The main thing is we want to make sure they don't get stuck. Okay. Okay, so now they definitely are being able to come up here. And we now have the updated base where I put in these steps. I still have the other way of look. Means it's gotten a little bit bigger. I did put in the ramps here just in case as well. Just to, in case they congregate too much here and then they decide they don't want to come up, because they do dislike sometimes to walk up faster and they sort of get blocked by it. So at least this means that all this space here should allow them to just come up here. I think that will work. Well, we'll see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give myself a save here, a backup of my base here. And I'm going to start Blood Moon Horde, and we'll see how that turns out. I'm not really sure, but we'll find out. Game stage is going to be around 250, so not super high, pretty high, but not low either. And we're going to have 32 concurrent zombies. We're back here in the base, and we're going to shift out of my body here. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to be in the god mode. I do have some healing kits, so we're going to try to see what happens if we don't go into god mode. I might die, who knows. We are going to do that. We're going to do a set time. I'm going to go bring it down to, let's say, day 70. That brings us to, okay, 200 game stage. This should be all right. And the zombies should be coming in. There they are. I'm going to have to fight this out and see how it works. And I do have 32 concurrent, so we'll see how that turns out, whether they actually end up overpowering me, which is possible. My concern is that I have problem keeping up with, oh, okay, one player. Of course I can clear with this, but oh, that's painful. What if I use, oh, that worked. Crowd control. Oh yeah, it does. Oh, okay, you don't do that. We need oh my oh, crowd control. I need some beer, maybe. Oh. So one of the problems with right. One of the problems with the sledge. Oh, and I didn't put it down a bed. Oh no. One of the problems with the sledge, I realize, is that it's really good for crowd control until, well, they sneak underneath, because that's basically what happened. That's what happened. They basically, I knocked them down, and then they end up. I'm gonna, yes, now they're gonna spawn. We'll see how that. How don't I have any armor? I mean, I have a little bit. I probably should have had more. The problem is, it's really hard to keep up with all the zombies here. Coffee, maybe. Bring that. Because once they come in, you know, in force, and I think that using the club is probably better, because the sledge does allow me to knock them down, but you notice that causes them to glitch in, and once they glitch in, they are down like this, and they're inside, and having one of them do that is okay. Oh my, right. Crowd control. Ooh. And he, how did you jump through? That was interesting. Now maybe if you had some contact grenade, just to help to clear things out, like when you get too many, might work. Interesting that they actually managed to jump in through here. So this might work better. How is the damage here on the poles? It's actually alright. The problem with having any melee base with this many zombies is that you just cannot bash them fast enough. You just simply cannot hit them fast enough to bring them all down. And maybe using something like that for a little bit of crowd control will help, but you know, I don't think I can keep them down. If you were 4 players, I think this would be probably okay. Oh, let's make sure I heal myself. Heal. Heal. One at a time is okay. But all these... Oh, look at that. Oh. Oh, good thing I can back up a little bit because they deal so much damage. I am playing on warrior difficulty. Don't get through there. But you see, they end up so many. I mean, it's good experience to do that. Am I hurting myself? Ooh. What if I do a turret? Maybe that'll help a little bit. I think that might help me just clean out a little bit. I don't have a lot of skill in... How is... Oh! Oh, he is definitely dealing some damage there. You notice even with this, it's really hard to keep up. It's better. It's better until I need to do a reload here. Because 32, I just cannot bash them fast enough. I'm just not able to do that. And there, he ran out. I would say that the design is working fine, but not for 1 player. If I had a couple of friends here with me, I think we would have been fine. We wouldn't really have been having any issues. Because they are trying to get through. They're actually not bashing as much as I was expecting they would. They do when they get up here. They do when they get up here. And, you know, when there are that many, I might have wanted to have it a little bit higher. To again minimize this getting up on top, because that is a bit of a problem. If you are 4 players, maybe I could have kept them out and knocked them down better so that they wouldn't get up on top of each other. With 2 turret shooting, it's still not able to effectively just manage them. But if you have a few friends, I would definitely suggest trying something like this, because the design otherwise is pretty solid. You do have the issue with them glitching through, but I think that's unavoidable due to the ragdolling. But if you're having a couple of friends, having a turret each, and you're just standing here bashing, I think you should be able to do it, because it feels like I'm almost there. I'm not quite there, but I'm almost there. And that's actually showing that... Oh, I don't have the materials. Well, that's alright then. Oh. Just keep you down. Maybe then with this, that would work. I do like the sledgehammer when it comes to crowd control, but it has the problem with it. Oh, right. Until you get a demolisher. Right. So I leave this up to you to judge. I would say the design is cool. The design is interesting, but I don't think it's going to overcome all these zombies that are here, especially if you're not shooting. It's just too many. I just have no way to keep up with them, and that's a problem if you're not using traps. Oh, and I am going to probably die again if I don't heal myself. Oh, and they're vomiting. Alright, stop, you crazy zombies. So what have they done here? They did... Oh, they haven't broken through. But I noticed there was a zombie who fell through here. He's trying to get out. So they haven't actually gotten through, but they seem to glitch through the ground. They do some damage here. Again, see, the ramps are fine. It's just these slopes that they can get up, but they don't... They would take them out, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to look at how to improve this design. Just maybe having these ones all around would possibly work. But it's a fun design. It's a fun if you're doing melee. but it's got the problem of any melee bases that keeping up with 32 concurrent zombies is almost impossible unless you have further ways of slowing them down. I will be thinking about how to do that, but hopefully enjoyed this little upgrade or evolution to the WWF Melee Base. Take care, Survivor. Or maybe, well, if you're like me, you're not really surviving, you're dead. But see you next time.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.